Okay, hi guys. I'm going to do a bit of a review and comments about Terra Vivariums. As you can see, I've got the largest one there. I've got another one there. One there for the wiper geckos, and I've got another one there for me crested gecko. Right. First things first, I'll just move the tripod a bit. This is the 90 centimetre long Terra Vivarium, and it is a good vivarium, but a big fault with it is, I don't know if you can see this, the door drops. Let me see if I can move this a little bit closer so you can see what's happening. As you can see, there's scratches all over here. The weight of the glass has actually dropped the door slightly. So this door is okay. So that's something to think about. But if you can see at the top here, because of the length of this, is actually supporting on the door itself. So when I open the door, can you see that dropping down? So this thing at the top, at the front, is not supported at all. There's no rigidity to it at all whatsoever. If Terra are paying attention to this at all, it would pay to have a steel bar or aluminium bar to go through this part at the front to support it, because that's not very good. And that's what's pushed the door down a bit. The other thing is the locks, even though they're quite good, they're only plastic, and they can break quite easily. That's the large Terra. All Terras suffer from the droop, and I'll show you the droop now. What happens is, where you've got the mesh at the top, they droop after a while. And the other thing to be careful of is, when using a dome light, not to have the dome light touching the plastic at all, because it will melt it. Going on to the dome lights themselves, this is a compact 4-bulb unit, and it's got 2 switches, so you can operate 2 of the lights, and that's to operate the other 2. Now the problem with this is it's only got 1 power outlet. So if you wanted to have one set of lights to come on at the daytime and the other set to come on at night, you can't do it. They're all operated by 1 mains lead. And I'll show you my other vivarium. This is a 45 by 45 vivarium. This doesn't have the problem as bad up here as the larger one, but the larger one, it's got a bigger span. The lock again is quite weak, but you can see this is much more stiffer because it's newer. And the compact light for the 45 Terra has got two lights inside it, and again operated by one mains lead and one switch, so you can either have both of them on or both of them off. You can't have one bulb operated separately from the other one, so you could have, say, a timer function to have one light for daylight and one light for night. That's a bit of a bad design, but I'll try and show you this Terra droop if I can. I'll just take the camera off here. I don't know if you can see that. It's drooping down a little bit. Now I've got the camera off. And zoom in here. Focus, sorry. You can see where the glass door has dropped, and I'll just focus there. And if I close the door and open it, you can see that the weight of the top is actually resting on the door itself. I've also got this Vivarium here, and the mesh on the top of this one has started rusting a little bit, which is not great. This doesn't have any problems with the doors rubbing, but the lock's good on this. But you can see here the same problem with the piece that goes across the front. Now there is a recess here, and if Terra just put aluminium strip in there to strengthen that, that would make it a lot better, especially on the 90cm Vivarium. I'll just put this light down, and this is the smallest of my Terras, and this is 30 by 30 by 45. The lock works brilliantly on this one, and there is no problem at all with the doors here. It seems to be the larger the Vivarium, width-wise, the more the problem becomes. And if I go underneath here, you might be able to see the droop in the mesh. I've not got anything of white ever gone on these meshes, so it's just a bit of a bad design flaw. The other thing is the backgrounds. This is the Terra background for the largest Vivarium, and as you can see, the bearded dragon has torn it to shreds. I'm actually repairing that bit because he'd actually gone through it all. So they're basically polystyrene, and they're unpainted. They're not treated with anything to make them more resilient. So in this one I've made my own background. But anyway, that's a quick look and a bit of a review on the Terras and a bit of the down